Hello students, welcome again to SB Maths class. Today we are going to discuss about the inverse trigonometric functions. At the previous videos you have learned that is the relationship functions. There you have learned about the invertible functions. Actually this is the subpart of that invertible functions. There for invertible functions you know that is the function will be invertible if and only if that function is bijective. That means the function is 1 1 and 1 2. I am writing here in short invertible functions. Invertible functions means bijective. Now for the trigonometric functions, suppose I am taking sin x. So if you consider the curve of the sin x, I am just drawing the curve of sin x here, then this is the curve of sin x. Now this is the point 0, this is pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and if you take this one, okay, I am just extending, this is 5 pi by 2, this is 2 pi. This is the curve of sin x. Now at the previous video also I have discussed about that is when how to check the invertible functions. One function is not invertible functions, that is 1 1 or 1 2 functions. So for 1 1 function, if you draw a curve like that, and then if we draw a line parallel to x axis, then if that line, that is the parallel to x axis, that line intersects the graph of the function at more than one point, then we will say the function is not 1 1. I have discussed this previously. So here this function also, just see, if we draw one line parallel to x axis, then here more than one point the line is intersecting the curve of sine. So this sin x is not 1 1 function. Here I am writing sin x is not 1 1. So when it is not 1 1, sin x is not invertible. Is not invertible. At its total range or total domain you can say. But if we restrict the domain, that is, if we restrict the domain at this part, that is from, if we restrict domain of sin x equals to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So just see, here it is minus pi by 2, here it is pi by 2. So the graph is like this only, elongate s like that. So here if you draw the lines parallel to x axis, then at only one point it will cut the graph. Here also if you take from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, or from 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2, if we take this one, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, or 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2, so at those domains the sin x curve is invertible. Like that also with the cos x, tan x for those functions, I am not going to that. So mainly what we want to learn from here, that is those trigonometric functions originally are not invertible, but if we restrict the domain at some interval, then obviously we will get the invertible functions of those trigonometric functions. Okay. Now one term is coming, that is the principal value branch. Principal value branch. What it is? Actually we are restricting the curve of the or we are restricting the domain of the invertible functions or here the trigonometric functions in such a way that is we are getting one branch here from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This if we draw like this only. If we draw like this, so this is a principal branch of the sin x curve or sin inverse x actually. Pi by 2 to pi by 2 is called principal value branch of sin x. Of sin inverse x, and the value we are getting from here actually, that means the value belonging to it, belonging to this interval is called the principal value. So here what is the principal value? Minus 1 to 1, that is minus 1 to 1. This is the principal value of sin inverse x at the principal branch minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. So that means here the domain of sin inverse x here, if we take minus 1 to 1, then we can say the range of sin inverse x will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here the branch, the minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, or you can say 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2, those are the principal branches. Actually at first we are getting this one, that's why we are taking this as principal branch. Now those are the principal branch, this is the principal branch of sin x. If we just invert that one, and also we are getting the principal value at the interval minus 1 to 1. Now if we take the inverse, that is sin inverse x, then obviously the range of the original function will be the domain of the inverse function, you know that one. So here the domain it was minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and the range it was minus 1 to 1 for sin x. But here for sin inverse x, just the opposite, the domain is now minus 1 to 1 and the range is now minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So actually this is the preliminary idea of the inverse trigonometric functions. If it was all the invertible functions, I was not going to discuss all those things. But trigonometric functions are originally not invertible, but if we restrict the functions in such a way, then we can get the inverse of the trigonometric functions. So this was the preliminary idea. At the further videos I will discuss about the other things. So today up to this. Thank you students.